Rebbe Nachman brings down in the book Chayim Moharan, Tzaddik in English, a story that happened. Rav Nosson really brings it down, but it's involving with Rebbe Nachman, that there was once a follower of Rebbe Nachman who wanted to bring his young son for the first time with him together to visit, to be by Rebbe Nachman. And it was obvious that they were going to spend together maybe Shabbat or something together. So the father was training the son, he was a young boy, a little boy, all the way that when they offer him a cup of l'chaim, he taught him, Savri, Maranan, Rabbanan, Raboisai. He trained his son over and over again to make sure when they give him, to honor him with the cup of a l'chaim to drink, to say properly, because he was a little boy, he trained him to say Savri, Maranan, Rabban, Raboisai. And he drove his son crazy the whole way. Remember what I told you. And finally, when they arrived to be by Rebbe Nachman, and they offered him, the little boy, they offered him the l'chaim cup, he went blank. And the Rebbe Nachman began to rebuke the father. I bet you all the way were telling your son, remember to say it, and you drilled it so much into his head until his mind went blank. And he said, Rebbe Nachman said, you probably, if you were to tell your son, gedenk, I forgot the word in Yiddish, but remember what I told you, remember. So when, instead of the child saying Savri Marnan, he will say instead the word remember in Yiddish. He said, Rebbe Nachman, that's not the way. It's not the way to be so overly strict and overly pressuring in order to get something done the way you want it to get in life. You express it, you do what you have to do, and don't go crazy about it. This was the message Rebbe Nachman was trying to tell the father, that it was enough to tell your son once or twice and let the child's nature absorb it on his own, so that way afterwards it'll come out naturally. But because you drilled it in so much, forcefully, to the extent that it was against the will of the child, because it's too much, nobody can handle that. So in the end the child went blank, his head went blank. And Rav Nosson records this to make a mention that this is a major point in chinuch, in education. Don't try to force an item into the head of the disciple. Rather, you mention it at a normal amount. Obviously, if the student is requesting or showing that they don't understand, you have to go over it again and again with patience, for sure. But when the message got through, but you, because you're overly worried that things should work out the way you want, so then you stress it again and again, and in the end you're left with nothing. At the end, such people, they never get what they want in life, and always it just messes up because they were overly forcing the matter. Rebbe Nachman's attitude, be cool, stay calm, do your hishtadlut, do your effort in whatever it is, and that's it. You did it. Don't go crazy over it. Rather, B'ezrat Hashem, let the things flow by themselves, especially when it comes to chinuch, education of the children. Not like fathers and parents. No, tuck your. I tell you 100 times to tuck your shirt into your pants. Why again they're sticking out? It doesn't need to be mentioned so many times. The child doesn't pick it up, you tell them again nicely. But just over again, make sure your hair is settled and combed properly. We're meeting important people. Not to overdo it. We mention it once, twice, 3 times, whatever, but not to the point where it becomes pressured and stressed. Then you for sure lost it.